Hey everyone, Uncle Bart here for College Cuisine. As I promised, today we are going to do biscuits and gravy and other stuff. I'm making some home fries, eggs. We're going to have a complete breakfast for dinner today. And yes, I have a cameraman. That's why I'm able to cook for more than one person. So let's get started with making the biscuits. And you want to start that off with some nice grade A butter, nice and cold. I had this taken out of the fridge just a minute ago. And what we're going to do is, instead of using a pastry grinder, which, believe it or not, I can't bloody well find because I lost it. And so we're going to take this, it's nice and cold, and we're going to shred the butter using the masher, the box cutter here. Oop, wrong way. I'd like to take credit for this, but unfortunately, I saw it on one of the myriad of cooking shows I've watched over the years. Except I never saw Julia Child do this. Never did. She did other stuff. She just put big chunks of butter in a KitchenAid like the one I got and just let have at it. So, here we go. And just, I really should put my cutting glove on, but I'm not doing all that much. There we go. Now in here we have all sorts of butter shreds that look pretty cool. Hold on a second. There we go. Put that over here. Here, take a look at that. That's the butter shreds that we got. See? Now we're going to put in some flour. Now I'm not going to make a big batch today. It's going to be fairly normal sized because it's just me and the cameraman. My cameraman Shane, by the way. Alright, here we go. So approximately 2 cups of flour. And that's it. That's our 2 cups. Cover this bad boy up. Now in here we'll put 2 teaspoons of salt. Yeah, teaspoon. Well, that's 2 cups of flour. Let's make it a teaspoon and a half. Go. And now we put in the leavening. Yes, we just had a lap dissolve because someone couldn't find the bloody baking powder. It was behind me. So we already got a teaspoon and a half of salt. Now we want to put in 2 teaspoons of baking powder and make this nice and level. Alright. This way, something tells me a little bit more. This way it gets a nice puff to the biscuits. And now we move it about here a bit. See that in there? Voila. In fact, you know what? Let's put in here a little pepper. A little extra flavor. I love pepper. Right in there. Now, I just put the oven on, and now go ahead and put in the milk. And this is one of the few times, because of the way I make biscuits, I don't roll it out, I scoop it out. Just kind of eyeball it a little bit. It's about almost a cup of milk to the amount of flour I get in here. A little bit more. Voila. Now we're folding it more than anything else, because you want that butter in there to be real stringy. Makes this stuff nice and layery, I guess you call it. Now that's what it winds up looking like that. I use an ice cream scoop to scoop it out and put it in the pan. So I got the oven preheating. Let's put this to the side. And we're going to do now, start up our home fries. And that I'm going to put on the regular stove here. I already got my frying pan ready. Yes, you're going to see what a sloppy cook I am. You can see it all now because I got a cameraman. There we go, my regular big frying pan. Some oil. And because this is one of those really great non-stick pans, you don't have to worry about heating it up too much. There we go. Let's that preheat a little bit. When we were kids, every so often Mom would make us breakfast for dinner, just for the fun of it, and this is what we used to have: home fries, eggs. We didn't have biscuits and gravy. I gotta be very honest, I never heard of biscuits and gravy until I moved to Delaware, and I watched what the hell's his name, the Frugal Gourmet. He talked about it. That's when I was introduced to it. And then, oh wait, I take that back. No, it was on a trip to Florida my senior year of high school. We stopped by a place called Sambo's, and they had biscuits and gravy on the menu, but I didn't order because I didn't know what the hell it was. But I made it after I saw it on the Frugal Gourmet. So this is getting hot here. Close that door, casting a shadow. And let's put the potatoes in the oil. There we go. We don't have to worry about too much of a sizzle. And this is one of the few things we're going to cover up from the start, because I wanted to fry steam at the same time. Trust me, it'll work out. You've seen me make home fries before. Voila, let that go. And now we're waiting for this to come up to temperature. Here is my scoop. It's not going to be very big biscuits, but this will get the trick done. And of course, my trusty handy dandy baking sheet. Alright, so here we are. We're going to use this baking pan here. I got some parchment paper. Whoever developed this stuff, God bless him, because it really does help. Practically nothing will stick to it. So put that here. In between the time we got the parchment paper out and got all this equipment here, I found my better ice cream scoop, because that makes some really small biscuits. That really is for dumplings. This is for biscuits. So let's go ahead and don't worry about that. And make some biscuits here. So what I do is I scoop, and not like that. Fill up the scoop, and not like that. You want to get them a little close together. Don't ask me why, all I know is it works. When they're close together, they grow better. I don't know. We're going to put these into the oven as soon as it beeps that, oh good job Shane, as soon as it beeps that it's at 350. Voila. Now there's a few little extra dough in here. We'll call this the tasting piece. Voila. Alright, this goes over here, don't worry about that. And now we'll just wait for that thing to be ready. Next, put this over here so it's not down. Let's check up on our potatoes. Voila. They're doing good. And next, what we'll start to work on in a minute is the biscuits as soon as we can get them in the oven. So I'm waiting for the oven to get completely preheated. But in the meantime, look at the potatoes, they're doing good. Now we're going to put in the onions. There you go. Get them broken up a little bit. And again, these are going to steam fry. Voila. There we go. And cover on. This will be about another 5 or 6 minutes. Great thing about potatoes is once they're done, shut them off, keep the cover on. They're good and hot. Salt and pepper, whatever turns you on. I had one friend of mine put on Lowry's seasoning mix, Mrs. Dash. Trust me, any kind of topping you want to put on them, knock yourself out. All right, the oven's ready. So here we go. We're going to put the biscuits in here for about 20 minutes until they're nice and brown. Here we go. Close the door. All right, we're back again. Here, check this out. Look at how nice and crispy the potatoes are. Let's give it a little spin here. And now let's do the seasoning. Like I said, a little Mrs. Dash. Go pretty good on here. Voila. Put that there. Good pinch of salt. Now's when the time you want to salt things up because the pores are open. And a little extra flavor. A little knob of butter. Like that. Here we go. Now I'll put this back on the fire and give it another minute just to heat through the spices. Voila. Now next, the gravy. Great cartoon on Warner Brothers. This time we didn't forget the gravy. Oh, plug it in. Oops. Cut. Alright, we're back, and now we're going to start making the gravy. Let's turn this puppy on. It's my handy dandy induction grill that a friend of mine gave to me. We're going to use about a pound of sausage. Voila! That ain't going nowhere. There we go. We got it on 370. Truth be told, it's only the second time I'm using this thing, so if I may burn the house down. Now this is the same sausage gravy I meant to do for my grump. That's the episode that has yet to be seen because it came out so bad I won't put it up. But maybe I'll use some of this footage and cheat it in there somehow. So we'll see. There we go. Lower that a little bit. This is coming very good. Now, in the last time I did this, I told the story. I do this at the food booth as well. And I had this one guy come up, and he was a typical cowboy, the big mustache, and he said, "Bart, this is some of the best gravy I've ever had." I think that is a great compliment. Alright, the rest of that butter we're going to put in here now. There's a little extra grease. Ain't going to hurt it. It's going to kill us, but it ain't going to hurt the gravy. I make this with apologies to my vegetarian and vegan friends. Well, actually, one of my friends, which actually ate one of these just before he went vegetarian, and the poor kid, I swear, I think I put him in a food coma. All right, let that go. Excellent. Wow, that is coming out really good. Voila, wow. Last time I did this, I just made hamburgers. This is better. Now I'm going to shock you. Just a pinch of salt. Just a pinch. But a good amount of black pepper. You can put in soy sauce, Worcester sauce. I like to keep it plain. See, now the sausage is nice and done. Let's up a little bit. And now we put in the flour. We're finally going to use that little scoop. There we go. Done with the flour. And now this becomes a giant roux. Now, when you see how fast I am cooking this, this is real time here. This takes only a few minutes to cook. It's a little bit of a myth. You have to let flour cook for 5 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I never have. I let it cook a minute or two. When it's this hot and good, it really does cook a lot quicker. And then plus the fact you let it simmer a little while in the milk. So, you know, don't go bananas. While we're doing that, I'm going to check the biscuits. You can't see this, but I can. Nice, very nice. Look at all these nice nibbliness there. That is pure flavor. Alright, here we go. First batch of milk going in. That is sausage and gravy. Now we're going to let this cook at a low heat for a few minutes while we're waiting for the biscuits, and we'll put this to the side and we'll make our scrapples, spam, and eggs, and then I'll feed good old Shane, my cameraman. Well, I'll eat too, but this is going to knock me on my butt. There we go. Look at how thick that is. In fact, I could put in a little bit more milk here, which is why I have another one at the ready. And the great thing is, if you keep this leftover and put it in the fridge, it literally will turn into a brick of food. And you could even use it to fillings for manicotti or something. I've done it. I use this when I would make, not macaroni cheese, that other one I make, the veggie casserole, and you want to put some meat in it, you could use this for that too. In fact, my basic veggie casserole has this similar bechamel, but instead of sausage, it's cheese. Velveeta to be exact. We'll put that on the menu soon. Look at that. See, that moves around a little bit better. In fact, she could probably take a little bit more milk. Here we go, taking the biscuits out of the oven. Look at them bad boys. Now that's what I call a biscuit. Drenched in butter. There we go. Alright, now we're going to do the Spam and the Scrapple and the Fungies and then the eggs. So let's get cutting. First thing we're going to do is the Scrapple. One of the best things in the world. It's so good, I wrote a song about it. How many people want to hear my Scrapple song? That sounds like a big 10-4. You ready? Here we go. And my apologies to your ears. Scrapple, you will give me a culinary thrill. Made from the choicest bits of pork, I pile it on my fork. Scrapple, Scrapple, fry it up in the pan. Scrapple, eat as much as you can. Scrapple, you will give me a culinary thrill. Made from the choicest bits of pork, I pile it on my fork. Scrapple. Booyah! That's my Scrapple song. I just broke the law in 3 states because I've been known to make people's ears bleed. Alright, now we got the Spam in there. Voila. Now in between the lot, we'll put some sliced mushrooms. Technically, this is an English fryer featuring biscuits and gravy. I made this for a friend of mine, Bernie Basio. Hey, Bernie! And I made him the full works. And he ate everything I cooked for him. Suffice it to say, I conquered him. He was in a food coma for about 5 minutes. Yeah, Bernie, I told this story. Sue me. Anywho, hold on a second, guys. Let's see what we got here. This is frying up good. There we go. Note to self, a little bit of grease when using cast iron with this thing would help. It's not bad, but it's not as good as it should be. That's why you're always prepared with a little bit of butter. Here we go. There we go. Up the temperature a bit, and voila. I would like to say we're cooking with gas, but we're not. We're cooking with electricity. Okay, here we go. We've already turned up the Scrapple once, and the Spam, so we're going to take them out of the frying pan now, so we can put in the mushrooms and then the eggs. We're going to leave these bad boys in just a little while longer and throw in the mushrooms. There we go. And we'll season them in a little bit. And right now, let's crack the eggs. One. Two. How many eggs do you can eat, Shane?
4.
4? Coming up. 3. And 4. Yes, I see the shell. And out it goes. Voila. Now these can come off. I'm not doing no more cutting. Alright, see, that's a lot better. There we go. A little bit more crispiness to it. And that spongies need a little bit more butter. Alright, here we go. We're in the home stretch. Ham and the spam and the scrapples in here. The mushrooms are done. Look at how nice and brown they came out. There we go. Just dump them out. Now, put in a little bit more butter. And let's get ready for the eggs. And as I always tell you, salt your eggs as you go along. See, you want to do that so you get all those egg whites incorporated. See, look at that. There we go. And give it a little bit of butter to finish. Voila. You want to get these egg curds cooked, just move them around slowly. I don't want to make them scrambled, but I don't want the, you know, a solid mass either. I want them a little bit fluffy. Voila. Move everybody around here. Here come the eggs. Voila. This comes off. Now this will shut off on its own, don't worry about it. Here is Shane's plate. We put on here a nice biscuit. And it should cut right in half like this. Nope, it's not, so that's why God gave us knives. Voila. And on top of that, put some nice gravy. Biscuits and gravy with an English fry-up. There we go. That's it for College Cuisine this week. This is Uncle Bart, and eat more and enjoy, and we'll see you soon. And I'm going to call 911 for Shane. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you, dudes. Get a piece of everything. Scrapple, mushroom, egg. And then just dip in the sausage a little bit. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
All right, glad you like it. Semper Fi, guy. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
There's not enough light.